on, we record it and we put it in the YouTube. This is just a formality. It is not that we want the world to see whatever we have discussed, but we want to record on the YouTube. So I am putting all of you on the record mode now. So you have to kindly do justice in your time. So I would request Arpita, if you can request our scholars, research scholars. They are named by themselves. They have been so far quiet, who have come from Bangladesh. I would like to start with them. So if they can be invited to speak. Like I'm saying, Mizanur Rahman, Professor Mizanur Rahman there, then Professor Bepari there, and a couple of other very senior people from Bangladesh. So can I request Mizanur Rahman to kindly say a few words? We would like to hear how you are seeing. Right now we are talking about the COVID-19, whatever. Now, how are you seeing this perception in Bangladesh? How are you seeing this effect of this in Bangladesh? Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. In fact, the same thing all over the world. Bangladesh is no difference, and we are neighbors, so it is almost common, the reactions and the social perceptions and the trauma as well. This arrangement that you have done, I must salute you first and the two presenters, Professor Shami and Tirthankar Dasgupta. Both the presentations were more than excellent and immense benefit that we can derive out of it. A lot of indications, though it is not enough, the time was not enough. And the question answer session was not also possible. And the iftar time is now on, so we will go for iftar. But before that, I want to thank all of you, including the moderator, performed excellent. And I hope that this kind of sessions should continue and more time should be allocated to the speakers. And there should be better system of moderating that when the speaker speaks, no interruption should be allowed. And once he finishes, then 5 minutes or 7 minutes can be allowed for discussions. But now there are a lot of questions in the minds of the people. So if you allow questions, then the presentation is affected. So they are experts. We need to listen to them first, and then we need to give the feedback or put our questions. Thank you very much, and we are so happy. We are so happy that you invited us. We are grateful. Salute you and salute to all the presenters. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, yeah, from Bangladesh is Professor Bepari there, or did you leave? Professor Bepari, are you there, or have you left? Yeah, Mr. Dasgupta, I'm able to see you. Thank you. So Professor Bepari is not there. Okay, anyone else from Bangladesh? Okay, if that is not so, then we come back to Arup. Yeah.
I'm present here, sir. I'm Nur Mohammad Jayed from Bangladesh.
Yeah. Please.
Sir, first of all, let me thank you to organize such a contemporary topic. As you know that I teach the course titled Art of Living at Daffodil International University. Art of Living. So this workshop is very much relevant to my course, and I wish that I will be able to add few more topics from today's session, and it will be very much convenient and helpful for my students. However, for the time being, as far as this workshop is concerned, I would like to thank both of the presenters. They presented in such a way that everyone could understand their lectures. And nowadays, what I feel that we are measuring our solvency in terms of money, but nowadays solvency should be measured in terms of our mental health. If we can maintain our mental health as strong, as sound as possible, then we'll feel that we are solvent. So today's session will make us feel that we are much solvent and we are mentally strong. So thank you very much. Thank you for this session.
Thank you, Jay. This opens up a new avenue that we, to Bengal, we feel that we, in an intellectual world, in the world of research, we can do wonders. And for everybody's information, we are conducting common research program, PhD program in Bangladesh, and Zayed is one of the scholars. He is the internationally reputed. He writes many articles in the international journal. Thank you so much. I think there is none from Bangladesh because they have to be excused. That's why, if it is none, then can I come back to one of our professors who asked several questions and we stopped him? Arup, are you there? Arup, have you?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm here over here.
Yeah, good evening. I remember I was checking a program for them, Mr. Dasgupta, and I did the same thing which Dr. Sitampur Dasgupta was saying. I said that today, after the end of the program, when you go back, you go and hug your wife or spouse. Not necessarily, there are many ladies also sitting there. So they all got, you are asking us at this age to go and hug. I said, yes, please do that. One Chadmani Basak was there, maybe 57, 58 years. He said, my wife will throw me out. I said, never. Go and try that. Next morning at 10 o'clock, everybody was smiling. They are all happy.
Yes.
These are some of the very natural things we don't do. That's what I was hearing from Mr. Dasgupta, one of his slides. And I remembered what I told to, do you remember? Okay, now.
Yeah, yes. Let me come in. Let me come in. It was a very nice session, and the earlier session that we at Honorable our Vice Chancellor had taken was also an extremely good session. And indeed, this session is a very good session. Both the speakers have enlightened the mental conditions during this pandemic crisis. Particularly, Dr. Dasgupta has gone into the insights of the medical field and the medical science, how the neurological apparatus are working in this pandemic situation. I have one question, if you should permit me to ask Dr. Dasgupta. The question that I would like to ask is that he talked about oxytocin and dopamine, the two neurotransmitters. If a neural portion of medical science, if a human behavior is a logical and natural, how this oxytocin works? Suppose a person is getting anger, how do you control your oxytocin so that in a natural way that the anger diminishes?
I can't hear. There's a lot of disturbance.
The thing is, can I answer? Moderator, sir?
There's a lot of noise.
There are a lot of noise. Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a very nice question. Now, again, I wanted to stimulate your imagination that it's not all about these neurochemicals. Brain don't work in that way. It's not 2 + 2 = 4 always. And this dopamine, oxytocin, this serotonin, these are just the, I would say, just the one of your shots in the armory by which brain functions. Now, what you said just now, this anger outburst, again, this anger outburst is the phenotype only. What are the changes inside the brain that gives rise to anger outburst? That has to be identified first. There may be number of changes inside some of the neural areas of the brain that give rise to anger outburst without any provocation. Provocative anger outburst, yes, it's acceptable. Sometimes it's okay. It's not okay. It's true that you cannot express your anger outburst everywhere, but anger outburst under provocation and anger outburst without provocation is completely different thing altogether. Now, just by giving oxytocin, anger outburst vanishes. It's not like that. I was just trying to instill some of the imagination area of your brain by giving an example that this is how it works in the social area of our brain. It's responsible for the social area, the social cues, to get more and more social cues from the outside world. Oxytocin is responsible. It's not directly related with that anger outburst only. One thing, another thing, these neurochemicals are just the signaling system, just the your whenever you talk with your nearby person, as if as for example, right now I am talking with you. I am talking with you and you are listening. How I am talking with you? With the help of certain language, with distinct grammar, with my own voice, speech, etc. Similarly, two neurons talk with each other by electrical signal and chemical signal. These neurochemicals, oxytocin, dopamine, they are just the way to talk between two neurons only. Nothing more than that. Don't overgeneralize based on that. Am I
Okay.
clear, or you need
Yeah.
some more understanding on this?
Thank you, sir. Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Sir, can I ask a question, sir?
surely.
Um, Actually, it was something which is related to anger only. I mean, it relates to
What's your
what Dr.
what's
Sengupta
your
said.
what's your name?
Hello, this is Momita Sengupta, sir.
Yeah, Momita. Yeah.
Uh,
Yes,
Sir,
madam.
actually, the thing is that anger also triggers adrenaline. Even that is also something which, because that is how, because you said, Dr. Sengupta's presentation said that it can be a positive thing as well. So there are positive aspects of anger which are also related to adrenaline, sir.
Absolutely.
If that could be somehow channelized to get rid of the depression, sir. If some input on that, sir.
Yes. See, this positive and negative is all with respect to that very particular person. Always think with yourself first, not
Yes.
how my family will think, how my society will think. As a person of biology, I will first think about from my own perspective. The negative anger means which give rise to distress on myself. If it gives rise to distress on myself, that is negative anger outburst. A negative anger outburst cannot give you a sense of accomplishment or something. But positive anger outburst is the sportsman's needed that. The army people needs that. Otherwise, how can how can they be involved in the ambush
Yeah.
operations?
Yeah. Thank you,
Is it clear
Momita.
now? Yeah.
Very good question you have asked. I think
Thank you.
you got the answer as well. Now, we will take the last question. Or I don't want to stop the questions, but you can ask. But yeah, anyone else who will kindly like to ask any question to Soumi or Dr. Dasgupta?
Yeah,
Or
Professor.
Sir,
yeah.
thank you for allowing my question. Thank you very much for the answer.
Uh, no. Momita always asks me nice questions. I'm sure. Okay. Any other any questions or any suggestions or any way forward? Any way forward, or you like?
Professor Sengupta, may I come in for just a couple of minutes? I just wanted
Sure.
to add a few things for the participants.
Yeah.
You know, it was very strange because when I saw Momita, I realized that she and I connected big time when we first met, and we had loads of questions. We had a wonderful session. And Dr. Tirthankar Dasgupta, thank you so much. After session, I was like longing. I wish yours was first. There are a lot of takeaway. We'd definitely like to know your phone number. That's one. Secondly, if I were to put it, you know, I dealt with the software and he was dealing with the hardware.
Yes, absolutely. Mind is the software and brain is the hardware. Yeah, I always say
So
that.
it's something like that. And when you talk of anger, I do a lot of these workshops on anger. We always say anger is one letter short of danger.
Yes. Very
It is
right.
like that.
Yes.
Okay. Bachaderke for small people,
I
for
think,
kids, you know, we do share a lot of, we do get angry for kids, right?
I think that's a very nicely Soumi
Yes.
explained.
Yes.
One little short of danger. So remember this. I think this is something very nice way of explaining.
It is expression of anger is also very much required, very much
Could all of-
required. Otherwise, it causes a lot of damage inside. So instead of bashing up the kid, you can bash up the pillow or something, you know, because that
Yes.
emotion has to go out.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah? So we'll do something on anger management, both of us together. Well, that is going to be a pleasure if both of us deliberated something like that. But again, while talking on anger, also even if you've expressed anger, immediately make some amends. That's also very healing. We do express, at the spur of the moment, we land up saying things. We land up saying, as soon as you just go and hug the person or say, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you," that really settles a lot of that thing. And typically we all get angry on children also, but let it not be from the heart, that's what is the best thing. Thank you. I just want to
Sir, ma'am,
Yeah.
I wanted to ask a small question. I know that there is shortage of time, and but I by
No shortage, you ask question, yeah. Please ask question, yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, I take classes for BBA students. I'm their academic coordinator in Techno India MBA BBA school. Ma'am, nowadays, and sir, same to you. I'm asking to both. Actually, nowadays, these kids are becoming very much like they remember why they are annoyed with one of their friends, and after 1 year also they say ki আগে ওটা করেছিল সেই জন্য এতদিন বাদে আমাকে এটা করতে হবে করে গোছের ব্যাপার. I keep on making them understand, see, this particular phase of 3 years will pass away, and this is the golden days, and you will later on keep on working for somebody and drawing salary at the end of the month. But it is better to have fun with your friends now and study and do whatever you want, because now you are not taking money from somebody and you are having a lot of freedom, but they don't understand. So tell me some tricks so that I can make them understand not to be so much vindictive and be little understanding about what you are telling.
See, so the way to approach this is they must first understand what is the damage that it is doing to the self. Most of us, when we do certain things or we say certain things, we are always looking at, the other person as in focus. Just a little while back, Dr. Dashgupta said, you must be self-focused. So if I'm doing this, what is the damage that is going to happen later on in my life? So I'm going to harbor a lot of hatred. What happens when I harbor hatred? There's a lot of toxin that is produced in the body. Do I need that? So unless there is in-depth knowledge of holding on to that, so everybody from our perspective, the other person is wrong. Possible from the other's perspective, we are wrong. So if everybody is vindictive with each other, is there going to be peace? And is that the kind of life we need? So once it is with your friends, second, it will become your habit. Then you'll start doing it with your parents and your spouse or your girlfriend or your children, and then and so on and so forth. So one must, I think, categorically, very objectively, this is where emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? It is the intelligence that recognizes my emotion vis-a-vis another person's emotion, and it is that intelligence that tells me how do I conduct myself without getting sucked in by the other person's reactions. So one needs to sit and sort of teach them what is the damage that is going to cause to them. Only then will they realize, because if you just tell them don't do, they will first see what we are doing. So that's where I'm coming from. Is that clear?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am. Sir, we want the contact numbers of our people who are talking to us, because I want to get connected with these brilliant people like Shomi ma'am and Tirthankar sir.
You will get it, Jaita. We'll give you.
We won't need dinner today. Yeah, thank you so much for being so generous with so much of confidence.
No.
Thank you.
This is a part of the system. You will get all the, all the people who are here. You will get the details. Okay. Now, can I request someone from Quality Circle Forum of India? You are doing a lot of work for the society. Is Joydev there? Joydev Sengupta or anybody else from Quality Circle Forum of India? You like to speak, you can.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving us some time. It's an excellent presentation, both from Shomi ma'am and Dr. Dasgupta. It was spellbound to watching these sessions, and especially the word anger is one letter short from danger.
Yeah. You liked it, no? You liked it. Okay, good. Okay, now we'll come to we'll request Mr. Ashok Dasgupta to speak, but before that, I will just say one or two words to say this kind of program. Yeah, this kind of program we have been doing and we will do in future also. But one thing that is very clear, because everyone has got a every organization or every organization has their own way of doing things. So Techno India University is conducting all these programs. Can you put your please put your audio in
Everyone, can you kindly go on mute, please?
Please. Okay. Techno India University programs which we are conducting are all based on research. One and two. All please put your audio in a mute condition. Everybody. Yeah. So point number one is all will be research. You have seen that we do not like so much of glittering. You know, if you have participated in other commercial programs, you will see everything glitter. Ours is all based on two main focus. One, it has to be based on research. If there is no research, we are not there. Two, it has to be for a societal benefit. If there is no societal benefit, we are not there. And both these two comes from our chancellor, Professor Gautam Rai, because we do not want to follow what others are doing. We will do what we feel is right to do. It has to be a research. One, no research, we are not there. Two, it has to have a societal benefit. All the 4 programs we have done have got a tremendous societal benefit. We dedicate these programs for the good of the society in India, all over the world. So our next programs also will be happening that way. We don't believe in those glittering and all those commercial things. And with these words, I would now request Mr. Ashok Dasgupta. Let me introduce him. He was the director on the board of Calcutta Electric Supply Corporation. He has a checkered career. He is an engineer from IIT Kharagpur. Then he has spent, he did his postgraduate studies at England. Then he came back and he was the former president of Indian Institute of Materials Management. He is currently the joint chairman of Center of Research. Again, you see the research. Without research, we don't touch any personality. He is also the chairman of Center of Research in Materials Management, and he has been associated with multiple social organizations. With this word, may I request Mr. Ashok Dasgupta to kindly talk and address the valedictory. Mr. Dasgupta. Mr. Ashok Dasgupta.
Is he on mute or something?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can I start?
Please.
Hello? Can
Yes,
you
sir.
hear me? Just
Yes,
a moment.
sir, we can hear you.
Okay, fine. First of all,
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening to everybody. I'm Ashok Dasgupta, and I first of all thank Dr. Gautam Sengupta and Techno India University asking me to say a few words in the last session of this seminar. I missed your talk, Mrs. Shomi Banerjee. I was very much interested, but I was busy in something else, so I did not have the fortune to listen to you. I listened to Dr. Tirthankar Dasgupta. I have a few observations to make, Tirthankar Dasgupta, used highly, he used certain terms which even a man like Ashok Dasgupta do not know the meaning, because he is a very famous psychiatrist. So he started saying on parasympathetic nervous system, then various other things, and his level of lecture was so good that maybe, I tried to understand fully. I've seen his slides. I was very much interested. But my question is somewhere else. When we have a seminar like this today, look at the situation today. We are all in the verge of, being attacked by COVID-19 all over the world. The invisible enemy. Do you know, other day, I have a lot of friends in England, and one girl was telling me that recently Mr. Boris Johnson has asked the English public to stay alert. She said, Mr. Dasgupta, what do you mean by stay alert? Alert of what? We can't see the virus. How can we be alert of something? Now, this is spread all over the world. And when we talk this topic in India, I think we have to think of the masses of India. We should not only think of us. Look at the masses. Look at the way the migrant workers are suffering. Look at the villagers. We are lucky that it has not spread to that account. If it spreads to that amount, what will happen to us? So my suggestion is that this is a very good seminar we are having, minding your own minds, but minding your own minds is not only for us. It should also be applicable for those who are not so educated like us. I will tell you one thing. We have 2 full-time servants in our house, one cook and one other work. And I found lately that they are getting irritated. So I found out that whenever you ask them to do something more, they are getting irritated because we are getting some stuff from outside. It has to be washed. We had bought masks for them. We have got gloves for them. So irritation is gradually coming in, and they are under lockdown period. So they can't go home. So when we talk about minding your minds, I think we should make it in such a way that this is applicable to, as Dr. Sengupta says, society. It should benefit the society. And what is a society? Society doesn't mean us only. Society means the entire population. That is a society. So I think in future, when we have certain topics like this, we should aim and conduct in such a way that a layman like me can understand what you're talking about. Now, I have a few issues, other issues which I would like to highlight. Dr. Dasgupta, you spoke very, very well. You are very, you have taken us to a very high level, and you have given us many ways. You talked about psychotic medicine, side effects, many things you said, depression, I'm little aware of these things. Now, I was suggesting, I was thinking
Yes,
that why not, we talk about the good thing. There are also some good points of lockdown. There are certain things which were missing before. Like, for example, in a case of lockdown, the families are together. The families come to know each other more, much more. So we should also show not only the gloomier side, we should also show the happier side of the COVID, of the lockdown.
Sir, you missed it. We already did a little bit of
yes,
that.
I was saying that while
Mr. Dasgupta, I have a point to make here.
Yes.
I think you have missed the brighter part of the presentation.
I have missed it. I have missed it.
Yes. Just allow me to speak. Just allow me to speak.
Yes.
And when you entered, it was more of a focus area which was getting discussed.
Yes.
When we pick up a speaker, we do a lot of research. I guess that our starting point is research, our end point is also. When we pick up a speaker, we do a lot of research. I have no hesitation to say, when we picked up this doctor, we did a research, and we found 90% of his time he spends with the rural people.
Fine. No, I have something else to say.
Let me complete.
Okay.
And if you have gone through his presentation, he has said how to stay very light, even in a lockdown condition, even in a 2-room flat. I think you have missed it. I'm very sorry that you missed it, and you missed the brighter part of the entire presentation.
I'm sorry.
And you have also missed the entire presentation, research presentation of Techno India event.
Okay.
It was supported by a research presentation. Hundreds of our research scholars have worked on this.
Okay.
We have 10,000 sets of data.
Yes.
100,000 population we have administered. I didn't give this figure.
Yes.
2,600 respondents have responded. We have applied ANOVA. We have applied all kinds of statistical modeling.
Yes.
And we have seen where is the problem. But we didn't have the clinical solution in our hand. We had a managerial study.
Yes.
That's why we thought at this point we have to bring a clinical specialist and a psychological specialist. That's exactly what we have done.
Yes. Yes.
I beg to differ with you that this was not a positive, this was entirely positive.
Okay.
We are trying to build up the nation.
Okay.
We are saying that Chairman of International Monetary Fund has said
Yes.
next year, next fiscal, India will grow 7.4%.
Yes.
That's the objective, and how do we really reach there? How do we get out of this small issues?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you because I missed the first portion of the seminar, so I didn't hear the brighter side.
So,
Mr.
Mr. Dashgupta,
Yes.
Dashgupta, just for a minute, I just want to tell you also what Dr. Dashgupta, Tirthanga Dashgupta, and we both deliberated. This minding your mind, like as you said, so if we don't mind our own mind and make it healthy, we will not be able to reach out. So we are at the first stage, sir. So while I was talking about the emotional health, the mental health, the main mechanism, the hardware behind it is what Dr. Dashgupta deliberated upon. Unfortunately, you came in at the middle of something. So both has to get married together. Otherwise, it can't function in isolation. So which means if I am not sorted or if I am not able to handle my own mental health, I will not be able to reach out and explain the positive side of all of this to my servant. So
yes.
it begins from there, sir. That is what I think
And,
even Dr. Dash.
Yes.
And we picked up Somi after doing a lot of research.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
He is a person who starts with me and mine. He said that, no, try to understand who are you.
No, can I, Dr. Sengupta, can I continue? Can I please continue? I heard you. Can I continue, please? Please, can I continue? Please continue. Let me continue. Now, Dr. Sengupta, for example, crossword. This is the best time to refine your crossword ability.
Yes.
You can sit at home, do a lot of crosswords, see your brains working. You can read a lot. There is a lot of, you remember in old days, people used to go out with a family and go and do a meditation in some Himalayas. Why? Because they wanted to be alone and where they can think. These are the brighter sides of lockdown that we are having today. We don't know how long we are going to have the lockdown. So
that was exactly their suggestions as well.
Yes.
We want to hear something new from you. These are their suggestions as well.
Oh,
in the lockdown period, my scholars
yes.
who have never written articles, this is information for everybody present
Yes.
here. My
Yes.
scholars who have
Yes.
never written articles, they
Yes.
have not only written articles, their articles are published in the best international journals.
Dr. Sengupta, I was thinking, I heard that somebody saying about television and hearing about COVID-19, all fake news. I agree there. But on the other side, some of the programs which come on television keeps you happy, keeps you jolly. So I think you have to divide. Yes, so that also should continue. We should.
Sure.
My approach is, I agree with you that we should give a picture because we are going to live in the lockdown for a long period. We don't know how long. We should find out how to go about and live a healthy life in the lockdown period. That's my idea. And for that, we should show the way. That is what I wanted to say. The speakers all spoke very, very well. And I thank you also that you're looking up the society. We all do. We want to teach our servants what to do. When my servant asked me, sir, I think all of us will die. My servant, my bearer, told me yesterday to my wife that, Mem Saab, we are all going to die. We have to answer him because he's the man from the village. He's from Jharkhand.
Do I tell you something here?
What should I tell him? You tell him? I said, no.
I'll tell you.
Huh.
You have heard Bharat Sevakan Sangha?
Yes.
Swamiji, General Secretary, Vishwasananda Maharaj,
yes.
whom we have honored in our convocation, Techno India University.
Okay.
We have given him a delete. I am at the moment at Bangalore. He called me from Kolkata.
Okay.
And he was laughing and smiling. I said, what happened, Swamiji? He said, I am cooking for 12,000 people every day. And I am distributing it to the people. And he is smiling. He's so nice. He's so happy. You see, there are brighter sides. The people who are really doing. Swami Vishwasananda Maharaj is the General Secretary of Bharat Sevakan Sangha, whom we have given delete in our last convocation.
Dr. Sengupta, Dr.
Yeah.
Sengupta, I think this is the time for us to learn something more. You know what I'm trying to do? Somebody told me that, Mr. Dasgupta, you've got enough time. You should learn how to make a mutton roast and chicken roast yourself.
That's
These are good things. So that interests me. I have started reading recipes. I love cooking. He said, now you should know, and these are the good things I would not have done.
We'll come to your house and have that one day.
Yeah, so everybody should do that, so there is an avenue to learn more, to, teach others more, So I think we should be, and song, you sing, you sing, you see good movies, that will keep you happy. People are otherwise, they're feeling so bad. So I think we should have a happy mood. And of course, Dr. Dasgupta spoke very, very well. I missed the first part, I know, but these are my viewpoint. But I'd like to thank all of them. I like to thank you. I like to thank you. Thank Shomi. I missed her speech. I was very keen when you told me she's there. I wanted to talk to her more, but I have no time now.
We did this for you. We did this for you and Professor Jayaraman. Both of them said that they want to hear.
Yes.
And then we did that, and both of you are missing. Jayaraman is missing because he has another program.
Actually, Dr. Sengupta, I don't know, I told you, today I'm having another interview with my university.
I know.
And that is
I know.
They're recording it, they're showing it worldwide as an example of an alumni, so I'm doing that after. Now, but I thank you, and I wish, I would like to take part in all your such meetings.
Surely.
Thank everybody. I thank everybody. I express my words. I'm a layman in this topic. I am no psychiatrist. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm okay in supply chain or power. I know nothing about mental health of people, So I'm also learning that way, So these are all good topics. I think I want to finish by saying one thing. Let us be merry. Let us be merry. Let us live happily. Let be happy. Let other people be happy. Make them happy. Talk to them and smile all the time. Yes. That is how you can make this situation much better. With that, I would like to finish what I wanted to say. Thank you very, very much, Dr. Sengupta. And thank you, Mrs. Banerjee. Thank you, Dr. Dasgupta. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Now, let me thank few persons who have done wonderful work behind the scene.
Okay.
And nobody so far has thanked them so profusely.
Okay.
One of them is the anchor of this program, Arpita.
Arpita sent me mail.
Arpita is a MBA from XLRI, and she heads global business of Wipro, and she is doing PhD on a cross-border human resource management, and I happen to be her guide. And she has many other things which I am not speaking here. And another lady who has helped us is Paramita.
Yes.
She has also wonderfully supported the whole thing. Other than two of our fantastic, beautiful panelists, one is Shomi, whom I have a wonderful equation with her, because both of us, we are spiritual. So we meet there.
You should enroll Shomi in Techno India University, Dr. Sengupta.
Yeah, we should.
You should enroll her. You should enroll. She's already
with them.
She is with us.
Already working with you. Okay, very good.
I am working.
Very good.
She is transforming Techno India University.
Very good.
And I'm sure she will. And also,
Sorry, we lost you.
Yeah, we lost the voice. Mrs. Shomi, I thank you again. I liked your talk last time. This time, a misfortune, but I'm very glad.
70% of doctor's time goes in the rural area. Keep up doing this job, Dr. Dasgupta. Fantastic. I again thank Arpita and Paramita, both of you, for a wonderful job you have done.
Yeah.
And the panelists and Mr. Dasgupta for your appearing here.
Okay.
And thank you so much. So we are closing this session with everybody's permission. Thank you so much.
And thank you, sir, for your continuous momentum and encouragement in the entire program.
Thank you.